Hey everyone, what is going on? So we're featuring Scarlet again in this video in their Go Battle League run, and he is currently using Haunter as well as Altaria Shiftry and Skarmory. He switches it up. So I am covering this run in the Go Battle League, and then I have a few Forest Cup Shoutcast tournaments that I will be doing as well within the coming days, so look forward to that. If you have a Forest Cup coming up, it definitely should be exciting. But yeah, he said he played really well in this, so let's go ahead and take a look and see what happens. So bringing in that Shiftry did recently get revealed for Community Day with Bullet Seed, so I'm excited for that. Doesn't really make it any better. In fact, I'd probably still opt for Snarl. That's irrelevant for this video, but nonetheless, I'm excited for Shiny Shiftry as well. Plus, getting good PvP IV1s is always a bonus, right? So Shiftry just might want to farm down this Jirachi. We'll have to find out. Shiftry will invest its last shield. That Doom Desire would have done a lot, if not knocked it out. But yeah, at this point, you definitely want to just farm down. This Shiftry is loaded on energy, so going to go ahead and go for the Leaf Blade. I didn't see what came in, so let's find out together. It is, okay, it's going to be that Blossom, so Shiftry is switching out. Haunter will faint immediately, and then in comes Altaria. So Altaria should just be able to easily farm down with Dragon Breath as it does. Doesn't take much damage from a Blossom at all. So I'm going to go ahead and go for the Sky Attack. I would have went for the Dragon Pulse because I don't expect the shield here. As you can see, it does not shield, and Sky Attack is resisted, but that's okay. Maybe he was trying to shield bait, maybe he expected the shield, and in that case, then that's fine. But that's just my opinion, of course. So Discharge hitting that Altaria going to go for the Dragon Pulse this time, so hoping that that's done. Not Skunk Tank, that Stun Fist does not shield. It does shield in this case, so expecting that. In comes Shiftry, and Shiftry does have that Leaf Blade, so really well played in terms of switching like that, and able to win anyway, so it didn't matter. Just my small opinion there. But going to go ahead and win that one, so really well played. And moving on to the next game. This is in Season 1, but it's relevant because it's going to be the Great League as well in Season 2. So it's going to be Haunter versus Alolan Marowak. So this is definitely favorable for Haunter, although Haunter is still taking a lot of damage. Haunter going to go ahead and go for the Shadow Punch. Let's see if it does pick up a shield. It's going to do a lot of damage. It does get the shield. And it will go for the Bone Club, that Marowak. So Haunter definitely wanting to protect itself so it can try and win out. If it's Shadow Closed out, can it win? I don't know. Let's see. So Haunter is going to go ahead and go for the Shadow Punch. This will be enough, but the Marowak does shield, and Marowak does have a Bone Club. Haunter decides not to shield, so Haunter will collapse in this situation, and I feel like that was right because maybe that Marowak could have just farmed down, and you wouldn't have wanted to use the shield. It's kind of difficult to say who would have won that matchup. I thought it favored Haunter, but maybe not. But either way, Bone Club hits Shiftry. Shiftry is going to go ahead and farm down, so gaining a lot of energy. You could just see the power of Shiftry. Huge Pokemon. Going to go ahead and go for that Foul Play. Again, I didn't see what came in. Let's see what it is. Going to be that Heatmore, so doing a massive amounts of damage to Heatmore. In comes Altaria. Alolan Raichu comes in, but this Dragon Pulse is going to be enough. Even if this is a Wild Charge, it's not going to be enough to knock out the Altaria. It probably is. It is. It does a lot, but it also lowers the defense of Raichu now. I don't know if this was buff or debuff, I think it was, but either way, that's what it does now. So Altaria is going to be able to sweep up that game and win it. So very well played. Let's go ahead and jump into the next game and see what happens in this one. So we're going to see another Haunter lead versus Swampert. Okay, we'll have to see how this plays out. Swampert will easily knock out that Haunter in one hit. So Haunter might try and catch the Hydro Cannon as it does, able to catch it with Altaria. Fantastic switch on Scarlet's and able to catch that, but unfortunately in comes Bastiodon, so Bastiodon going to be able to punish that Altaria and probably farm all the way down. If you have the Bastiodon, you definitely want to try and farm down, but at this point you just try and get as much damage off as possible. If you're the Altaria, able to get to another Sky Attack, it's not going to do much. It does add up technically, but again, it's not going to be much. But that's a decent chunk. But yeah, Bastiodon does farm down. Okay, that's okay. Going to be a little bit of a difficult situation. In comes that Haunter. So Haunter going to go ahead and go for the Shadow Ball. This is going to do a lot to a Bastiodon. It does not shield. Wow, that's very interesting. I was expecting the shield, but maybe the Bastiodon thought it would be a Shadow Punch. Totally fine. So Stone Edge comes out, but Haunter protects itself and I don't know. Can Haunter is going to be hit with another charge move, and Scarlet will allow Haunter to go down. So saving that shield for that Shift Tree in the back. Shift Tree might want to just farm down, although you do have to obviously watch out for any charge move. So in comes Ferrothorn. So that opponent still has 2 shields. This is going to be a difficult game to win. I don't know if he'll be able to. That Ferrothorn actually not shielding. Wow, that's actually crazy. I can't believe that Ferrothorn didn't shield. So Ferrothorn will go for a charge attack. Shift Tree would definitely shield. Gonna be that acid spray. There's no way. I see no way out in this game. I mean, you know, you played well. I just don't see a way out at this point. Wow, that Ferrothorn is still not shielding. That Ferrothorn is an absolute monster. So going to go ahead and go for that Leaf Blade. Again, not shielding, saving the shields, I guess, for the Pokemon in the back. Ferrothorn is, like, not going to waste the shields. Acid Spray doing a lot of damage. Well, yeah, I mean, it did a lot of damage for Acid Spray, right? So, going to go ahead and go for that Leaf Blade. This has to get the shield, unless you want to lose. I guess you want to lose. Okay. I don't know what that was about. I guess the opponent wanted to lose. I have never seen that before. Okay, but I don't know. I'm speechless. But let's just move on and jump into the next game. It's fine. Maybe he forgot that he had shields. I don't know what happened there, but either way, it's going to be Haunter versus Tentacruel. So maybe he had a bet or something where he would try and win without the use of shields, and he couldn't shield. I don't know what was going on, but that's okay. So Haunter is going to go ahead and go for a charge attack. Going to be that Shadow Punch. Tentacruel will shield it. So nice shield bait on the Haunter's end. In comes Umbreon. Got to bailing into Shift Tree. So Shift Tree does resist the Dark Pulse as well as the Foul Play, but the Last Resort will do a lot. Umbreon going for Foul Play. We don't know if that Umbreon has Last Resort. If it does, that's definitely the move you want to go for. And going to go ahead and go for another Foul Play. That tells me that Umbreon might not have it, and if that's the case, then that's understandable. Obviously, if you don't have the second move, you can't go for it, right? So that's totally fine. So Leaf Blade hitting the Umbreon. Going to get off another Leaf Blade against the Umbreon, doing nice neutral damage. So Umbreon does shield it, and Shift Tree wants to get to another Leaf Blade. Shift Tree will opt to shield this attack. This is going to be another Foul Play, and wants to get to a Leaf Blade, so able to get to it. So Leaf Blade does come out from the Shift Tree. This is not going to be enough, but it's going to get it pretty low. Shift Tree does bail into Skarmory to catch this Foul Play, so going to go into the Skarmory. It's going to do a good amount of damage. I mean, that's pretty decent for a Foul Play. Switching into Jirachi. Okay, so Jirachi does wall Skarmory. Now, this Skarmory does not have a second move, so only the Sky Attack on the Skarmory. That's okay. It is a big investment. Maybe he wanted to Shiny Flex. It totally understandable. You don't want to invest in a second Skarmory if you already have a Skarmory invested in. I don't know if he does or not, but that's totally fine. So Skarmory, you're going to try and get to another one. Jirachi does get to a Doom Desire. I don't think this is enough to knock it out. It is not. So Skarmory able to get to that Sky Attack. Looks like he's farming up a little bit extra, going for that Sky Attack. And this is not going to be enough to knock out the Jirachi, but it's going to get it low. Switching into Haunter. Wow, one Confusion almost knocked out that Haunter. Going to go ahead and go for the Shadow Punch. And let's see what happens in this situation. That is not enough to knock out the Umbreon. Trying to just feint it, able to feint it. Okay, has energy ready to go. Going to go for that Shadow Ball. This is definitely going to knock out that Tentacruel, no doubt about it. Such a powerful move, able to win that. So actually winning with all 3 Pokemon left. So that was really well played, able to win. So jumping into the next game, I think there were 9 games. I think so. So it's going to be, okay, so we have an Executor on the opponent's end. So Confusion is going to do massive damage. You have to switch. Is that Confusion? No, that's not Confusion. That looks like Zen Head. No, is it Zen Headbutt? I don't know what move that is. Maybe it's Size Shock. I don't know what other move Executor gets. I just know it gets Confusion. But either way, gonna go ahead and go for the bait, the Leaf Blade. It does get the shield, so nice shield bait. In comes Altaria, so you definitely want to just go for the Foul Plays as he's doing. So Foul Play is actually going to do a lot to an Altaria. As you can see, that does quite a bit. So Altaria is not, I mean, it definitely seems like it has a favorable matchup, but at the same time, I mean, you're basically knocking out that Altaria. I mean, not knocking out, this is not going to be enough to knock it out, but you're doing a tremendous amount of damage, getting it super low. That Altaria actually does shield. That might actually have been enough, to be honest. It would have been close, but either way, Skarmory comes in, and at this health, Skarmory is definitely going to be able to win that. Can take Dragon Breath as well as Sky Attacks. So Skarmory charging up. Looks like it's farming down. So nice play to farm down all of that extra energy. Has a Sky Attack and extra energy ready to go. In comes Mawile. So if that Mawile has Fire Fang, this is not going to be pretty for the Skarmory. We'll have to find out. And it looks like it does. Okay, so Skarmory did charge up a lot of energy, able to go for multiple Sky Attacks, going to be chipping away. I mean, it actually does a lot of damage because Mawile is not the tankiest Pokemon around. So you probably, you bring in the Haunter. Oh, wow. That was a fantastic switch to sacrifice that Shiftry. Wow, that was amazing. I'm impressed. That was a fantastic switch. I think if he wins this, that definitely allowed him to win. In comes the Executor, and wow, he's actually going to win because that was an amazing switch. Props to you, man. That was a beautiful switch. So able to win that one and take that game. I thought you were going to lose that one, but able to win it, that was really nice. So anyway, we're going to move on to the next game, and we'll see who his opponent is. Okay, we have an opponent, and let's see what team he decides to go with. Going to be that Haunter lead again into Bastiodon. Okay, so definitely favors Bastiodon, although Bastiodon, maybe a little bit of lag. It looked like it. It's hard to say. But either way, going straight Shadow Ball, which is the play I do, because usually these tanks don't shield. In this case, he shielded, so obviously the Shadow Punch would have been nice. But I don't expect the tanks like Bastiodon or Azumel to shield the first attack. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, because they can take a Shadow Ball anyway, if that makes sense. So Haunter does get to another Shadow Ball, and he's going to go for it. So this is going to do tremendous amounts of damage, but the Bastiodon shield. So I guess that actually favors the Haunter. I mean, obviously Bastiodon won because it was able to get to, it was able to use both shields. I thought that favored Bastiodon. I guess I'm wrong, because like that Shadow Ball would have been enough to knock out Bastiodon, I'm pretty sure. But either way, we have Shiftry, and Shiftry is going up against the Bastiodon. Going to go ahead and shield this Flamethrower. It's probably a little too risky to farm down. There's no way you're going to farm down, right? You're going to charge up extra energy and go for the Leaf Blade. There's no way. That Bastiodon is just way too tanky to farm down at that range. So Leaf Blade will knock it out. In comes Venusaur. Venusaur is not going to appreciate these foul plays. So foul play number 1 coming out. Going to do more than half. Okay, switching into Skarmory. Nice play. And then in comes that Hypno. Okay, wow, this is really good. So Skarmory going to go ahead and opt to go for that Sky Attack. And this Sky Attack is going to do a good amount. Can probably get to another one. You do have to watch out for the Thunder Punches, but at this point, you don't have any shields. There's nothing you could do. So you're going to go ahead and take these attacks. Going to be a Shadow Ball. Okay, that Hypno tells me does not have that Thunder Punch. So another charge attack is coming out. Going to be a Sky Attack, and this is going to get Hypno super low. Not enough to knock it out, but another fast attack will knock it out. In comes Venusaur. Venusaur is actually going to get to a charge attack. Okay, so Venusaur does get to a charge attack. Is it enough, actually? No, it's not. I was about to say, I don't think it's enough. I mean, he would have won anyway, but, it wasn't enough, so Skarmory able to feint that Venusaur and take that game. So, really well played. I love seeing the shiny Skarmory as well. I love shiny Skarmory. So, able to win that one. So jumping into the next one, we have a few more games in this video. So let's see what happens. It's going to be the Haunter lead again, because he leads with Haunter in every game, I believe. So, okay, it's a Haunter mirror match. So we'll have to see. I believe usually what I do in this situation is I just try and farm down. If they throw a charge attack, I shield, and then my Haunter will be able to knock it out with Shadow Claw. Looks like that's what he's doing, yep. So able to have that energy for whatever is in the back, and going to go immediately for the Shadow Ball. So, yes, you use the shield, right, on the Haunter, but you're also going to take a shield, plus you got switch advantage. So that's generally like how I like to play the Haunter mirror match. So Hypno switches out into Heracross, and in comes Altaria. So this is a fantastic dream scenario for Scarlet, right? Going to go ahead and be able to take these attacks, probably Mega Horn or Close Combat. Going to be that Mega Horn. It still does a good amount. I mean, enough damage to whereas you can't really farm down with the Altaria, right? So Altaria will go for the charge attack, going to be a Sky Attack to knock out Heracross. The opponent saving the shield for Hypno. That Hypno probably has, it might have Ice Punch. It's either Ice Punch or Thunder Punch. It is going to be Ice Punch. Okay, that will be enough to knock out the Altaria. Totally fine. But the Shiftry does have energy. Now, obviously, Shiftry has to watch out for Ice Punch as well. but this Leaf Blade is just going to do a lot. That Hypno calls the bait and doesn't shield. However, another Leaf Blade will be enough. Wow, Shift Tree actually does not shield this one. That's going to get it super low. I would have 100% shielded that because this Leaf Blade is going to be shielded. However, he probably will get to another Ice Beam or Ice Punch. Wow, this Shift Tree, wow, that Shift Tree actually gets to another charge attack. Hypno was just trying to farm down at that point, one confusion away, but able to win that one. Would have won either way if he shielded or not, but able to win that one, so really well played. So jumping into the next game, really well played with this Haunter in general, right? Because Haunter could be a tricky Pokemon to use because of how squishy it is, but really showing the power of Haunter and really using it really well. So really impressed with these games. I might actually want to go back to using Haunter. I haven't used Haunter in quite a while. I think the preseason was the last time I used it. Actually, I guess I probably used it a little bit. But as you see, that Azumarill did not shield the Shadow Ball, so it did a massive amount of damage. So now you could shield that and try and farm down, although in comes the Venusaur. So this Haunter can shield and go for the Shadow Ball, which is exactly what he's doing. Now, the Venusaur will probably most likely shield this attack. This is going to be a Shadow Ball. He tried to switch, but he accidentally clicked on the Shadow Ball. Actually, no, it's a Shadow Punch. So nice play, able to bait that Venusaur. Yeah, at that point, the Venusaur was most likely going to shield that. So Skarmory could just farm down at this point. Going to be a Frenzy Plant, not doing much. Sludge Bomb would not do much. I mean, Frenzy Plant is the correct play in this match, but it's not going to do much to a Skarmory. So Skarmory just going to go ahead and go for Sky Attack. I believe a Bastiodon came in, but it's not going to do much, obviously, to a Bastiodon. But Skarmory already did its job. I wonder if that Bastiodon will try and farm down at this range. I mean, it's going to be taking a lot of damage if it does, even though it doesn't add up. Yeah, there's no way you try and farm down, right? I mean, obviously, you'll be able to do so before the Skarmory faints the Bastiodon, absolutely, but it's still going. I mean, still going to take a good amount of damage. I guess that's what he's doing, huh? He's going to farm down. He's going to be at max energy, but he took about half from that Skarmory. So very interesting. In comes Haunter. So Haunter does go for the Shadow Punch. So going for the Shadow Punch, Bastiodon will shield. So nice shield bait. And the Haunter is going to collapse at this point. There's no way Haunter's taking any attack. In comes Shift Tree. So Shift Tree, oh, going to be taking a Flamethrower. Yeah, right? Going to do a massive amount of damage. Not enough to knock out. This Shift Tree is going to go ahead and get to the Leaf Blade. I don't think this is enough to knock out the Bastiodon. No, it's not. Do you get to another one? No, you don't. So we're going to go ahead and lose that one. Really well played, though. I thought that was a good game, but going to go ahead and lose that. And okay, so these games might be out of order. I'm not too sure. We're going to jump into one final game, and we'll see what happens in this game. So it's going to be the Haunter lead again versus Skarmory. Okay, so this favors... Well, we'll see what happens, because if you go for the Shadow Ball and the Skarmory doesn't shield, that's going to come very close to knocking it out. But it looks like he is baiting in this situation. So let's see if the Haunter does pick up that shield. It does, so nice shield bait. I'm going to go ahead and protect this and probably go for the Shadow Ball, because even if the Skarmory does decide to shield this one, they're going to be out 2 shields, right? So going to go ahead and get to that Shadow Ball, and the Shadow Ball will either knock out the Skarmory or take the last shield. It knocks out the Skarmory, so fantastic. Winning that lead situation, and tied on shields as well. So in comes Registeel. This is beautiful for Haunter. Oh man. Okay, so you probably shield and go for the Shadow Ball. Yep, you shield and go for the Shadow Ball. Still a good situation, because Haunter can get to the Shadow Ball and threaten the last shield or do a lot of damage to the Registeel. It does a tremendous amount of damage, almost knocking it out actually. In comes Altaria. Altaria just wants to farm down, as it does. And in comes Alolan Marowak, and this is a beautiful situation. Gonna go ahead and go for the Sky Attack with the Altaria, and this is going to do... Well, it's going to be shielded. It would do a good amount of damage, but Dragon Breath just doing a lot. Don't have to worry about the Bone Club. Shadow Ball you could take, so this is definitely going to be a Shadow Ball, but Altaria can definitely take it and get to another Sky Attack. And let's see, this should be enough. If it's not, it's going to be close. And that's going to be it for this video, guys. I will see you in the next one. I hope you enjoyed. Have a good day. Bye.